Hi everybody. So today is not a very good day for me. I'm feeling very depressed. A lot of things that anxiety, um, and I know that it's wrong. Um, I know what to do to not feel this way, but you sometimes just can't help how you're feeling. And sometimes you just have to get it out so that you can get off your system a little bit. I worry about my job. I started a new position and learning some things. You don't learn everything at once, especially some of the little things that you don't, or somebody may forget to tell you until it comes up. And sometimes, for the way that I learn, is, do it slowly. Let me take notes, but where I'm working, I can't take notes. Trying to remember it when it's something that only comes up once in a while, and they're doing it so fast that it makes it hard for me to remember what it is that they did last time. So I keep having to ask when it does come up, and I know that they know that I am trying to remember this stuff, but sometimes it still feels like I'm not doing it as fast as maybe somebody else should. I get stressed about it. I get really high anxiety about it, and I get depressed, and it's affecting my mental health. When I'm there, I have to be happy and smiling, and for the most part, I am. For the most part, it's no problem, because for the most part, everything that I'm doing is, what I do know how to do. It's the other stuff that I don't remember how to do, and so when I have to ask for help, and it is wearing on me a lot, and I can't quit. I'm working at the company I want to work at, and I can't quit. I don't have the social. I don't have the income to quit. Whether it's to retire or just to quit. Before I retire, I don't have it yet. My YouTube is not monetized yet. I'm not making money on TikTok yet. My Etsy store and my Amazon stuff and my TeePublic stuff, they're not sustaining me yet. When I go to make design and I watch the videos on what's trending now, and when I go to Canva or Kittl to create a design, it can take me hours, even though I have the picture. I watched the walkthrough, and I still am not getting it. And I wonder if I'm not getting it because of my age, or just because when I grew up, electronics were not here. I was in my teens when the first Atari game came out. Just to give you guys an idea. And I watch how people make this stuff so quickly and so easily, and I struggle with it. And it takes me hours to come up with the design that I have in my head, or even just following them. I know how to do it, and it can take me hours. And I try to do it on my days off, and I try to make several and follow the things of like what's trending now to get it to my shop. But when they show you things that are trending now, they don't bother to also give you the search words that people are typing in to find that product, or the tags that they're using. They just give you the product. So then you still have to do more research to find out, okay, what tags should I be using to help find my design? What should I put down in the title? They don't give you that information, and it's hard. Etsy charges you for every listing that you post, every one, not listing, yeah, every listing. Like if you make a design, put on the t-shirt, they charge you. If you put that same design on a coffee mug, they charge you. The only two that don't charge you is TeePublic and Amazon, or Merch by Amazon. I got accepted into that, Merch by Amazon. But so far, I've made a few sales on Merch. I've made a few sales on Amazon. I've made a few sales on Etsy. But because of my new schedule at work, when I sleep until about, an hour, 45 minutes, before I'm due at work. That's when my alarm goes off. When I get off work, I get home, it's like either 11:30, 11:45 at night. I'm exhausted because it is late, and your body's, your inner clock, my body is saying it's time to be going to sleep. I'm still trying to do my TikTok and doing my videos here. So I'm getting to bed late, and sometimes I haven't really feel like I accomplished anything because of how long things take, and that's wearing on me. I know what I should do. I know I should be thinking. And there comes a time when sometimes the stuff is just too hard. It feels like it's just too much when you don't have anybody to talk to about what you're going through. I don't talk to people at work about my private life. I mean, yeah, I may tell them something. Yeah, I sell on Amazon. Yes, I have a YouTube channel, and I do things on TikTok. I'm trying to retire. I'm trying to get income to retire, but I don't give them the name, the what to look for, because that's one thing that I believe, because your work people should not know your outside stuff, because they can cause havoc if they decide they don't like you. So you keep that away from them. So I can't tell my son how I feel because I'm afraid, because my son may think that it's his fault, what I'm going through. So I don't have to talk to him. So I carry all the stuff inside. And I put on this face that everything's okay. I'm doing fine. Because I can't let him know. I can't let him see how I'm really feeling. So, I just feel like I'm just alone in all this. I pay for everything because my son has a disability, so I pay for everything. And sometimes when things come up that you weren't planning on. I've had it sell last year, and then just a week ago, I had to sell some of my stock, which was some of my stock was supposed to, I mean, no, it's not a lot, it's just a little bit, but I had to sell some of it just to make sure that I still had the money to cover all the bills. I want to be able to retire. I want to be able to move to Florida. I hate the cold. And where I live right now, it might be snowy. And if it's snowy, then I'm going to lose money because I can't drive in the snow. And they keep saying, it's going to be snow. So far it hasn't. But I could wake up in the morning and there could be snow on the ground. And if there is, then I have to call out for work. And then we call out for work because you only accrue so much protected time off money. You only accrue it so much, and a little bit each check. The same with vacation pay. But I don't have enough to cover because I had to use them because I was sick. And that's another thing is that the last time I got COVID, I've had 3 times in 2 years. And the last time I got it last year, right after I started working out, like a month and a half after I started, a month and a half, 2 months, something like that, I had COVID again from work. And this time, it changed me. This time, the COVID virus, it changed my taste buds. And it changed my body's immune system. So now, I get sick really easily now. And where I'm working, I'm dealing with customers all the time and dealing with money all the time. And you guys know how dirty money is. And the people. So it's really scary because I don't want to, I can't afford to get sick again. Because when you do have COVID, and since it is like getting the, now since all the big hoopla is over about COVID, so now it's like as if you just had the flu. They just how they treat it. It's just like if you have the flu, you stay home until you feel better. Or so that's another thing that weighs heavy on me. So, but I know that I need to get my mental health back on track. I need to think positive. I mean, these are things that I know that I have to do, that I know that do work. And being happy and thinking positive, that it does affect your mental health. Your mental health affects your relationships. Your mental health can affect your finances in a sort of way, but it does help. And they're kind of intertwined together. So I know that, but there comes a time if you don't have no one to talk to, that it just bogs down, and it bogs you down. And I want to, I know that I can't do this, and I get scared too. I need this change. I want this change. I want to be successful. Like I said, I am successful. It's in another universe. I need to bring my success here so that I am successful here. And being successful here is the main thing that I need to do. So I was watching, it's just, I've watched so many videos on how to do things. And when you spend or have to spend all day on your day off trying to figure out how to do something, how to make something, how to design something, it's like, okay, this is supposed to be my day off, but here I am doing this. Where am I resting? Where am I getting my rest? Where am I recouping from my work day? I don't know. I don't know where it's at. But I did have to come on and say this. So if anybody has thoughts about this, feels the same way sometimes, know somebody who feels that same way, offer them that shoulder. Just let them know they might be afraid too, and they might be afraid that it may not stay between you and them. And that's why some people pay to go to a doctor, because they know they can say whatever that's protected. They know it won't get back to anybody else. It's protected talk. And that's why they may pay, just so that they can get it out, get it off their chest, because that can be a relief and a release. They can just bawl their eyes out at the doctor. They don't have to worry about any repercussions. They don't have to worry about somebody holding it over their head, or thinking differently of them, because it can be transparent with the doctor, compared to having to guard their speech and what they're saying. If it's with a friend or a relative or friend, it doesn't matter. It's not the same thing. And that's maybe what I will have to do, is try to figure out how I could come up with payment, even to talk to a doctor just once. I don't need medicine. I don't need to get on antidepressants. I was on those for years after I had my son. No, before I had my son, and then after I had my son, I was on them for years, and I was like, why? Let me try. So my doctor agreed, to try to see how things would be without it, and I was fine, So it's not like I need to have the medicine. I don't want the medicine. That's a crutch. You have to learn to set your mind right, get into that right frame of mind and the happy mode. But offer a free ear. Tell them they don't have to be. Don't text either. This should be a conversation in person. Don't put any of this in a text message, or even call them. You could be maybe in a car, and you could sit in the back seat, and they in the front seat, and then that way you're not seeing them, and that can help as far as when you're talking to them. I would not mention names, but just to get some of the stuff out, like how I'm doing, to tell you, where, or no names and things like that, and just to try to help. But your mental health is so important. And then I did something today at work, and then it got me. It's like, oh my God, I did something wrong again. But they know that I'm learning. I'm still learning this stuff, but still, it makes you, puts you on edge because you're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry that I did that. I didn't know. But anyways, I will be doing another one. Would you rather quiz video? I have everything. I have it all laid out, but I don't have it to where I can just upload it today because I forgot and did it in this mode instead of this mode, so I have to redo it. But I thank everybody for listening to me today, and if you have any comments or kind words for me, just leave them in the comments, and I will try to say thank you to everybody. If you subscribe, that's great. That would really help. I know I have to have the watch hours, and I have to have the subscribers and the watch hours to get monetized. And I do have two. This one right here for the work, and then I also have one that has to do with history. It's on the same one, but they're in different, what do they call it? Not categories, but, oh shoot, I forgot what it's called. Anyways, when you're on my channel, you see the list, and you have this field, and they're all listed in a certain folder, file, whatever. Playlist. That's it. Hit playlist. So I have a history playlist that I'm doing also. But thank everybody so far who has been watching. I thank you all, and thank you for, if you subscribe, I thank you from my heart. Thank you for subscribing. I just need to get the watch hours and the subscription subs so I can get one thing off the ground, one thing that's going to be going right. Because this will be like really easy coming along and talking to everybody every day and hoping everybody's doing great also. And I will bake good for tomorrow. Thank you everybody for watching me today, and everybody have a good night. Thank you.